Your card just declines. The screen goes gray. The fluorescent lights stutter and die. You stand in front of a grocery aisle and realize the boxes are already gone. Welcome to the scenario the title promises, the ultimate guide to surviving economic collapse, no buying or selling. If buying and selling stop, nothing you learned about money matters. What matters is what you already have, what you can make, who you trade with, and the skills you carry in your hands and head. This guide is a straight, usable playbook. Immediate priorities, barter and currency replacements, off-grid food and power, community systems, and non-violent security. Read it like a checklist for staying useful when currency is useless. First things first, food, water, medical, in that order. If you're short on time or money, prioritize shelf-stable staples you actually eat. Rice, dried beans, oats, dried pasta, canned protein and vegetables, powdered milk or shelf-stable milk alternatives, instant coffee or tea for morale. Aim for a buffer, not a fortress. Target 6 to 12 months of staples per person. If you can stretch to a year, great. If you can't, buy incrementally and rotate. Use the oldest items and replace them as you go. Store food in cool, dry places. Keep it off concrete floors, in airtight containers if possible. Label with dates and keep a simple inventory so you know what you have without digging through every box at 2 a.m. Water is the non-negotiable. People can survive longer without food than without clean water. Store water in food-grade containers. Aim for at least 1 to 2 gallons per person per day for drinking and basic hygiene, scaled to your space and needs. If storage space limits you, collect jugs during normal shopping runs and identify nearby legal water sources now, municipal refill stations, springs, or community taps. Filtration increases your options. Certified portable filters, gravity filters, and coagulation tablets are all legal, off-the-shelf tools that cut risk. Boiling is a proven fallback for purification. Boil vigorously when you must and let water cool before use. Solar and passive collection, clean rainwater barrels on legal property, expand supply, but check local regulations. Build redundancy. Stored water, a portable filter, and a boiling plan. Do not rely on a single method. Medical comes next. A compact, well-stocked first aid kit and the knowledge to use it increase your odds when professional care is limited. Include basic supplies, bandages, sterile dressings, antiseptic wipes, adhesive tape, tweezers, pain relievers, OTC, antihistamines, a digital thermometer, and a reliable first aid manual. Learn basic CPR and wound care from certified trainers. Refill chronic prescriptions ahead of time legally if you can. Know your pharmacy's emergency policy and community clinics that may help during shortages. Do not seek or distribute prescription-only drugs without proper authorization. When in doubt, consult medical professionals. Quick checklist to display now in your head and on screen. Staples for 6 to 12 months, stored water plus filter plus boiling method, compact first aid kit plus training. If this is resonating, grab the free survival checklist in the description. It breaks these priorities down into shopping lists and space-friendly options. If cash dies, communities invent currency. In past breakdowns, people traded what solved daily problems: alcohol, commercial bottles, cigarettes, coffee, chocolate, soap, batteries, fuel in small measured quantities, and basic OTC medicines. Tools and repair parts become highly valuable: quality wrenches, spark plugs, electrical tape, and fuel cans. But the single most durable currency is skill. You can get food from a jar of coffee for a week, or you can trade a week's worth of mechanical repairs that keep generators and pumps running. Think as a service provider, not just a hoarder. Start by asking, what can you do that someone within walking distance will pay for in goods? Can you fix a bicycle, wire a lamp, mend clothing, do basic wound care, teach a skill to kids, or preserve food? Build portable, visible offerings. A sign that reads battery and small appliance repair or childcare and garden help works better than hoarding a chest of canned beans. Learn practical skills now: basic electrical troubleshooting, small engine repair, sewing and mending, food preservation theory, canning, drying, fermenting concepts, and basic plumbing. Seek weekend classes, community workshops, or barter lessons with a neighbor. Remember, in a no-cash environment, reputation becomes your business card. Be reliable, honest, and consistent. Imagine a vignette. Your neighbor, a mechanic, needs eggs. He fixes your leaky hot water heater, and in return, you get a dozen eggs every week. You didn't sell anything, you exchanged usefulness. That mechanic becomes a node in your network. Map those nodes now. Who in your apartment block or block-level neighborhood has tools, a medical background, seeds, or a dependable water source? Start small, help someone today, and note what they value most. Now let's move beyond tradable snacks, food production and off-grid basics. Even a small balcony garden matters. Container gardening, raised beds, stacked planters, and vertical systems turn limited space into repeated harvests. Choose heirloom and open-pollinated seeds whenever possible. These allow you to save seeds for next season. Heirloom varieties tend to be more forgiving and maintain traits you want. Learn the basics of seed saving. Collect seed from healthy plants, dry properly, and store in airtight, cool conditions. Perennials and hardy herbs are your long-term friends. Asparagus, rhubarb, berry bushes, and culinary herbs require less annual labor and come back year after year. Short-term wins, potatoes in deep buckets, fast-growing greens in window boxes, and herbs on your sill. Microgreens give a quick nutrient boost in as little as 2 weeks. A well-trained dog can deter opportunists, but pets are a commitment and require care during shortages. Establish a community watch and agree on nonviolent escalation. Call local authorities when possible. Form groups to observe and report suspicious activity, and plan safe evacuation routes. Store valuables and critical supplies in low-profile, hidden spots rather than displayed shelves. Do not post pictures of your stash online. Strategic sharing builds goodwill. Small, regular, visible acts of assistance make you less likely a target and more likely a trusted node. Evacuation and redundancy. Have at least 2 go bags ready, one for each household member, stored separately. Include water, high-energy snacks, copies of IDs, a basic first aid kit, a compact flashlight, and a list of neighborhood contacts. Keep digital copies of critical documents encrypted online and printed copies stored safely. Know multiple exit routes from home and your neighborhood, and identify at least 2 destinations you can reach if you need to leave: a nearby friend's place, a community center, or a public shelter. Throughout all this, your mindset is a tool. Prepare without panic. Prioritize utility over accumulation. Choose items that store well, are multi-purpose, and can be traded. Learn to fix, mend, and improvise. Make it social. Practice skills with neighbors, swap knowledge, and set regular check-ins. Humor helps. A sardonic aside, money's just a fancy card you can't burn for heat, lightens the mood but doesn't replace competence. Concrete skills to develop now. Basic mechanical repair. Bicycles, small engines, electrical troubleshooting for simple circuits, sewing and textile repair, food preservation theory, basic first aid and CPR, gardening and seed saving, and negotiation and record keeping for trade. These skills become your working capital. What specifically holds value for barter? Think practical and divisible. Small bottles of commercial alcohol, legally bought. Cigarettes and tobacco alternatives. Coffee, chocolate, soap, batteries, fuel in small legal containers, OTC medicines, sharp tools, quality hand tools, and seeds. Remember, a service like childcare, mechanical repair, or basic medical aid will often fetch more than a single pack of candy. Package services in exchangeable units, 1 hour of repair for a week's supply of eggs, so trades are clear and fair. Final checklist for action this week. 1. Inventory current food and water, prioritize filling to at least 3 months if you can, and plan incremental buys to reach 6 to 12 months. 2. Assemble or update a basic first aid kit and enroll in a certified first aid CPR class. 3. Identify 3 neighbors with useful nodes, tools, skills, water, or land, and start a friendly exchange or meeting. 4. Start a small container garden or seed saving project, something you can manage in 30 days. 5. Create 2 go bags and list evacuation routes. You won't be able to control markets or guarantee outcomes, but you can control readiness, competence, and kindness. Preparation increases your options and your usefulness to others, which in turn increases your chances of weathering a no-buy/no-sell scenario. Practicality, community, and discretion win more often than panic and isolation. If this guide helped you prioritize, subscribe for more weekly survival guides and download the full no buying or selling prep checklist in the description. Drop a comment with one skill you can trade in your neighborhood. You might find a barter partner right here. The economy may stop, but you can keep going.